Welcome back, everyone. I am Brian. You are Chords and Notes Nation. We've got the return of the mysterious one, Dave from Parts Unknown. I've got stories. What this guy has done in the wilderness on his own with just his bare hands. It's amazing. Amazing. Anyways, today we are we're actually doing a series of videos, probably about 5 or 6 of them, so you can look for him at your favorite reactor channel, mine, and we are covering Fay Ehsan today, or we're going to be reacting to his song, the song "All of Me," which is a live cover of John Legend. That was hard to get out. Sorry, I've got a million things going on in my mind. However, I don't know of John Legend. I don't know of this song. I do know of Fay Ehsan. You have not heard Fay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
So he is from Indonesia. He's another fingerstyle guitar player. And like I was saying off camera, there's some sort of admiration from Alat Bata to him or vice versa.
Yeah.
However, and I don't know if they know each other, but I know Alippers out there will fill me in. What do you call yourselves when you follow Fay? Are you Ehsaners? I don't know. But this guy, Dave, I really like.
Okay.
I love his approach. I love his musical voice. It's always exciting to listen to him. And I hope you guys are looking forward to this. Please check out my Patreon page. That's up and running. We've got some patrons there. There's some quite a few perks right now for you when you come in on the ground level. We're still going to be building tiers. There will be many more different things that are going to happen on Patreon. But that's only $5 a month. And you can check out that information in the description box below. You'll get to request songs, reactions to be made. You'll get direct messaging with me. You will get exclusive content, not that kind of content, but exclusive content, and early releases. So all of my videos that I record ahead of time and schedule for the week ahead, as soon as they're uploaded, you'll get to see them before the rest of YouTube land gets to see them. That's it. Check out the information in the description box below because I want to get into the music. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. All of Me. Let's just make sure. I'm going to kill your ears up here, I think. So you just let me know if you need me to turn this down.
All right.
This thing is not responding very well right now. Okay, here we go. Kopi mana kopi? was really good. I should have. I was hoping there would be the Warang drumming in there, which you haven't seen, but that's something that he does. I don't know if that's something he originated, but when he usually has the guitar horizontal like that, and he's playing, he'll slap his elbow on the body of the guitar for the percussive piece.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is really cool, and I'll share with you some videos of that off camera, so you can see that. But yeah, it is really cool. So go ahead. What are your thoughts?
It was weird at first because I know the song.
You do?
It's a good song.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good song. But when he started, the parts that I picked up on, it was not in the beginning. It was kind of like when he was, he was like, all of me, all of you. When he was playing that on there, and I started humming along to it.
Okay.
Yeah, then I started to recognize it. So I was like, okay, yeah, now I recognize this.
Okay.
So, and throughout the whole thing, I was just kind of humming along to it. So,
and it's very possible that I have heard the original and I just don't recognize it.
Yeah.
Because it's, that's not my musical
right
vein that I follow. But for me, I think this was fresh, and I love being able to listen to covers that I don't know.
Me too.
Because it's almost like it's your first exposure.
Exactly.
So I think melodically it's a really good song.
It is. The John Legend version is really good too.
Okay.
So yeah, I like that. I like that song a lot.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe we should listen to the original and react to that as well, and put this out on the same.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think we're gonna do that. So look for that. We may just wind up doing that. Although I wanted to do an olive one, so we'll see. I've got some things scheduled here, but anyways, so what I really like when I listen to Fay is I'm listening for the individual's musical voice coming out of the instrument, whatever that instrument may be.
Right.
Whether it is the actual voice or
in this case, guitar.
In this case, the guitar. And for me, not just hearing, but watching him play, watching that musical voice come out of him through his fingers, and how he's just so delicate and precise, and there's just this calm when you're watching his demeanor. So I want to skip back a little bit, and I want you to focus on just how he's looking at the instrument. There's just this calmness. A mastery of he knows exactly what has to be done.
He's got, and I don't know very much about guitars or anything like that, but when he's playing, it's like these fingers are moving over here, but he's looking over here. So he knows. It's like second nature to him.
It is, and that comes from a lot of practice. I mean, which something I haven't done in a long time. But there were times in my life that I was spending a lot of time on guitar.
Yeah.
And something happens to you when it just clicks. And I think what that is muscle memory kicking in. So the brain functions in an interesting way. You can only be paying attention to one thing at a time. All right?
Exactly.
A lot of people like to say, well, I can multitask. No, you can't.
Right.
The actual conscious focus is on one thing. Everything else is based off the autonomic nervous system.
Right.
So, for example, something in psychology class we were talking about, there was a study that was done on this. And a lot of people like to say, well, I can talk on the phone and drive at the same time and I can focus on both. No, you can't.
No.
You're either focusing on this or this. And what the study showed is you're focusing on the conversation. The autonomic nervous system, the unconscious control of your muscles kicks in and with the driving.
Yeah.
So you may be seeing what's going on around you, but you're not focused.
You're paying attention to the conversation.
Exactly. And so that all comes down to muscle memory, right?
Right.
And so how do you develop muscle memory?
Constantly doing it.
Practice.
Yep.
Right? So, and it is amazing because like I was saying, there was a time when I was coming home every day. That was during my student teaching.
Right.
I'd come home and I'd start playing a lot of those guitar play-alongs that I have videos on my channel in the basement room or on the electric. That's when I was doing that. But I was practicing so much that all of a sudden I'd just pick up the guitar, and I don't mean to make it sound arrogant or anything, but my mind was just enjoying watching myself play because I didn't have to think about that anymore.
Right.
I just knew what had to be done, when it had, the timing and everything.
Yeah.
And so that's the amazing thing of the human brain, right? But in those moments when you don't have to think about where your fingers need to go next, now you can focus on just allowing your spirit to flow through and to give those subtle nuances. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it looks like he looks very, it probably is very calming too. For somebody who would have, depression or anxiety, you start doing that, you can just kind of let release. You don't have to worry about anything. You're worried about this.
Yeah.
So I can see how that would be very good for people like that too, because I deal with that stuff. So, there's ways, I try to look for ways too that I can kind of, calm myself down, relax. So it's very relaxing.
Creative people oftentimes have a lot of emotional ups and downs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just the nature of having a creative mind. And unless you have an outlet, a catharsis to soothe, like you were saying, calm yourself down, soothe. Because I really believe that the act of creating is the natural state for a creative mind. When you're not creating is when you start to get anxious and nervous and like, I need to be doing something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are people that aren't creative and are like, well, I could never do that because they're existing in their natural consciousness.
Right.
I don't have any science to back that up. I just have X amount of decades of experience,
Yeah.
And that's why I really love watching a lot of these fingerstyle guitar players. But for him especially, for whatever reason, I mean, I love Olive, I love Josephine, I love Alexander, Lucas, all the ones that I've been looking at. But this one resonates with me on a different level. And it is always such a peaceful thing. Even when I listen to his original work. Okay? Like I said, I don't care if it's cover or if it's an original. There's just something about how his spirit translates through, his spiritual voice translates through the instrument that just resonates with me.
That's true.
It just, and that's why it's really awesome to have a variety of music and a variety of artists to dive into, because, your type of musical artist may not be the same as mine.
Right.
So I can't force you to like what I like. Anyways, you got anything else for this one?
No, I think we're good with that.
Okay, that's awkward. Love it. All right. That's it, folks, because we're always raw, honest, and unedited. You know that. This guy, when he was out, here's a story for you. When his first year out in the wilderness, he didn't take anything with him. Nothing. He didn't take anything. He's like, I'm going to do this bare hands only. He actually took down a full-grown 800-foot redwood pine and made matchsticks out of it with his bare hands. It was incredible.
True story.
Incredible. Yeah. I'll tell you. Well, how did he get the material to actually, spark and light? It has something to do with bears, but we'll talk about that later. All right. God bless you. Jesus loves you. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.